What's going on? What's going on? Yikes. Five, five, five. Five, five. Five, five, five. Five, five. This world concrete flowers grow. Heartache. We can pop it on the low. What's going on, everybody? Got the Christmas tree on up, and you know what I'm talking about? Look, you know what I'm talking about? Little cricket back there, but we'll fix that. The star.
You actually meant a cricket.
I did? You want to fix that? Come on in, everybody. Come on in. Have a little chat. Nothing about. I'm chilling, man. How everybody doing, man? Everybody good? Everybody ready? Ready? Everybody ready? Ready? Begin. Rip, what's up? Hey, Rod, first down. Girl, too close. Sit down. Oh. I'm gonna throw this controller away. Laid up in the bed. Bust top in the head. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. I'm laid up. I'm laid up like a bee. Yeah, 9-8 and do what? I'm gonna stir the pot today. I stirred the pot on Facebook. I'm gonna stir it up on YouTube. YouTuber. I'm not a YouTuber. So we ain't gonna talk about this 7-8 record. You know, run game much better. O-line much better. Kicking game much better. Just saying. Everybody ready? Ready. Everybody ready? Begin. Anyway, shouts out to all the Pirates and Sea Bandits. Thank you for joining a live stream. Bucos Locker coming to you again 2 days before Christmas. You know, we out here. You know what I'm saying? 17-0. I'm trying to stir the pot today. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, we got a game coming up. The aftermath of the Panthers game. People still talking about it. I've been scouring the net or the internet, listening to Panthers channels and Bucs. You know, I ain't say Bucs channels, but like people that's talking about what happened and stuff like that. And you know, Bryce Young outplayed Baker Mayfield. You know, Baker Mayfield had all his weapons and, you know, top tier left tackle, you know, pretty good right tackle, you know. You had everything. Had everything, man. You know, and people still, you know, everybody pointing the finger, still everybody pointing the finger. I'll tell you one thing, man. Everybody got to take some blame. After further review, watching that game several times, you know, all 22. I posted all 22 in the Facebook group. I took a clip of it, of that last play, and put it in the Facebook group for conversation. I tried to put it on YouTube Shorts. I think they didn't give me the whole screen, but we'll see. I put it on there. It's just a whole mess, man. You know, losing's not fun, man, at all. There's no fun loss. You know, everybody's upset, everybody's mad, and hopefully everybody is calmed down. But a lot of the Bucs fans are not calmed down still. They're finger pointing, finger wagging at Baker and Bowles and Light. I think all three and Gazard. Or what they call him, Josh. What they gave him a stupid funny name too. It was Josh Gizzard, something like that. It was funny. But yeah, everybody has a role in this situation. Blame game. You can blame whoever you want to blame. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't make anything better, to be honest with you. Um, you can blame whoever you want to blame. It doesn't really matter, to be honest with you. You know, you can blame the GM. You can blame the head coach. You know, doesn't matter. You can like the GM and don't like the head coach. You can like the quarterback and don't like the GM. It doesn't matter. There's blame to be everywhere amongst this team. Josh Lizard. yeah, Josh Lizard. Lizard. Y'all playing with people's names, man. I do it too. You know what I'm saying? Monique. Yeah, anybody remember Monique? Number 76. Who came up with Monique? Who came up with Monique? That was so funny. Number 76. Seatbelt Davis. Hamstring Dean. Or Jamel Hamstring. Or Jamel I got burnt. Or Jamel Burnt Toast Dean. You know. Call him Monique. Logan not Hall. Who gave I didn't I come up with Seatbelt Davis. I came up with Seatbelt Davis. But yeah. Yeah, he was getting cooked by Zay Flowers for real. Yeah, I didn't make it to my fantasy football championship, man. I started Baker Mayfield of Mecca, and they gave me 20.15 points. And I got beat by like almost 30. And I had Brock Purdy and Juwan Jennings on the bench. And I meant to start Brock Purdy and Juwan Jennings. But I didn't put him in the lineup. And both of them had 51 points combined. Yeah. I was so pissed off, man. I should have been in the my it's not really my team, it's my old lady team, but she's in the fantasy football league. But I was kind of basically running the team. And if I would have started Brock Purdy and Juwan Jennings, I would be in my championship. First place, $1,000. Yep. First place, $1,000 if I would have started Brock Purdy and Juwan Jennings. Yep, but Baker and Mecca gave me nothing. Gave me a goose egg. But anyway, back to the topic of the conversation. It doesn't matter who you blame. You can blame whoever you want to blame. It doesn't matter. Let's get the likes up. As everybody coming in, you know, hopefully everybody joining the holidays, man. But it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. Blame who you want to blame, but they have some sort of role in this downfall. 2-7, the last 9 games. That's bad, man. Yeah, I mean, when you have a season like that, when you have a season like this, there's multiple issues. A collapse like this, you go from 5-1, you go from 5-1, 6-2, to all of a sudden 7-8. But look at the Colts. The Colts are in the same situation, but I knew they was gonna flame out. And it sucks that Daniel Jones got hurt, and some of their O-linemen got hurt. But the Colts and the Bucs were the hot topic early in the season, front runners. Both of those teams overachieved. You know, Bucs and Colts, they both have cheap. And it's so funny, they almost similarly built, almost kind of sort of. The Colts, you know, signed Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones overachieved this year. Then he started coming back down to the median. Because before the seasons, you know, early in the season when Daniel Jones was winning, it was, you know, MVP and the Colts this and the Colts that. And in similar fashion in the NFC, Baker Mayfield, when the Bucs was winning these last-minute games, which I told y'all that was not sustainable. And, you know, the irony, both teams flamed out at the end. They started out fast, but flamed out at the end. Both quarterbacks started out hot, and they both flamed out. Both quarterbacks overachieved at the beginning of the season. To be honest with you, like they overachieved. Let's be real. You know, the Bucs are right where they need to be at. You know, and it's the truth. They are right where they need to be at. Where do the Bucs go from here? That's the question. I don't know, man. I don't know. You know, where do the Bucs go from here? The Bucs pretty much they reached their ceiling. Like even last year was a bit overachieving. Like the 4,500 yards and 10-7. Yeah, I mean you go with the optimism. Build off of a 10-7 season to go to the 11-6. But I told y'all, anything less than that, the season's a failure. So it is what it is. Now the Bucs can the Bucs get hot? At this point, you are what you are. You are what you are. The Bucs are 7-8. They're a below 500 team, exactly what they are. They're negative in points allowed and points for. So they right where they belong at. The 9-8, 8-9 season, that's pretty much what they are. The 10-7 was a bit overachieving. Like when you just kind of like hindsight, what I'm saying, you wishful thinking that, I had the wishful thinking. I was like, the Bucs can go 10-7, 10.5 wins. Maybe that 11 win can come, And that was wishful thinking because the arrow was pointing up. Baker had a overachieving season last year, 4,500 yards. Half of that was check downs and screens and all that, and tunnel screens and all that. And I thought the Bucs could take it to the next step. I thought the Bucs can go one step a little higher. And if they didn't make the step this year, it's pretty much that's it. Like you're not going to go anywhere. Cause this is the third season with Baker Mayfield, and the results have been pretty much what it is. 9-8, 10-7. At best, another 9-8, 8-9ish. So you're not really going anywhere. The Bucs really need to take a look at overhauling the defense, in particular the front seven, because Todd Bowles' scheme probably would work with high-end talent. I think Todd Bowles' scheme can work with high-end talent, and the Bucs currently don't have high-end talent on defense. Offense, once the offense once we get our guards back, I don't know if that's gonna make a huge difference. Like the run game, sure, but I think the team is exactly what they are, even with Cody Mulch and Ben Bredesen. I don't and Graham Barnett center. I don't think that's gonna make anything like that. Means the Bucs gonna have to become the Bengals. What I'm saying? The Bucs are literally like, even if they get everybody back, full off season, nobody get hurt, the Bucs gonna have to score, 30 points just to finish 9-8. The Bucs currently don't have an edge one. They don't have a D lineman number one. They don't have an LB one, and they don't have a CB one. They got good players, but they don't have any elite players. No elite players. Like Jacob Parrish, he's going to be good. He might turn into an elite slot nickelback, but I think they should play him on the outside for whatever reason. I don't know why. I just got these funny things about certain players in playing position. I think Jacob Parrish need to play outside. If they're going to go with the youth movement, just put Jacob Parrish on the outside, move Zion to the safety, Benjamin Morris cornerback, Parrish at cornerback, Zion at safety, get some speed back there. And Zion can hit a little bit too. And move Tyke Smith, like kind of give him like this hybrid mode type situation because he's, you know, um, Tyke Smith is a good player too. I think he's out of position though. Like it's so funny when you think about it. Like you got Tyke Smith, Winfield Jr., Izien, and Jacob Parrish. All four of those guys are like 5'8", 5'9", 5'10". I don't know. I don't like the way the Bucs are set up defensively. You know, Savasi Dennis is about 215, 220. I just don't like the way they set up. They got, you know, before I even get to that point, I just I think you wish mentioned this early a few comments ago. Reload. This is the results of the reload. Yeah, this is the results of the reload. Like the reload, it sound cute. It was a good little slogan and whatever. Reload. We're not rebuilding, reloading. Fast forward, well, here we are. We're not rebuilding and we're not reloading. So what are we? Because the Bucs are literally teetering between a collapse of a bunch of the next 2 or 3 seasons of we're not going anywhere, or they can, I don't know, man. The Bucs are in an awkward spot because they didn't do a good job with the drafts. I think if the Bucs did a great job with the draft picks from 2020 to 2025, I think, well, I believe the Bucs will be in a great shape with a infusion of young, high-end talent with some old wily veterans with Godwin, Evans, Lavonte. Winfield's a veteran, Vita's a veteran. You will have that infusion, of high-end talent, taking the franchise to the next level. But we don't have any high-end talent that's taking the team to the next level. Like, America's going to be good. Tristian Wirfs, high-end talent. Gedicke's not terrible. He's a solid right tackle. Nothing to jump up and down on, but we don't have a group of guys taking the franchise to the next level. The Bucs are in a peculiar situation. They're in a really bad situation. Like the next, and I told y'all that. I said the next 2 drafts. I told y'all this in 2023. I said the next 2 drafts for the Bucs are very pivotal. Excuse my language. I said the 2024 and 2025 drafts are going to be detrimental to the team, or very good. Like it needs to be really good, like high-end talent. Because the 2020, 2021, and 2022 draft classes didn't produce any elite guys. Winfield Jr. came out in the 2020, and Tristian Wirfs came out in 2020. So those are elite guys. Tristian Wirfs still elite. Winfield Jr. is more like a solid safety. But, safety is not a premium position. Left tackle is. But the Bucs didn't get any high-end talent after that. They nailed it in the first 2 rounds. Winfield Jr., and Tristian Wirfs and Winfield Jr. But, man, they did not repeat that in 2021, 2022, 2023, and 2024. They didn't do it. Now the Bucs are in a awkward position because offensively you got 2 old receivers. One is pretty much on his last legs. One just, well, let me say this. Evans still got it, but you can see it's going to come in spurts. He gave us that Atlanta game. You could tell he really wanted that Atlanta game. He balled out. And then this game, Panthers was like, no, sir. 5 catches, 30 yards. Like, that's crazy. And he has really good games against the Panthers. And for whatever reason, the Bucs said no. So you could tell Evans is going to be more of a certain type of game player at this point of his career. Like, I don't think he's going to be able to sustain like multiple games of high-end play because of his body. His hamstring is like one more hamstring away from retiring. He'll probably, I mean, if he comes back next year, I don't expect him to be like this, you know, like Devontae Adams. Devontae Adams still really good, you know. But I think Evans still be good, but I don't think he's going to be the Evans that we want him to be if he come back next year. Godwin's pretty much on his last legs. You know, Godwin's pretty much, it is what it is. And then we got Emeka, we got Tez, and J Mac. But I just don't see the Bucs at this stage. At this point, things can change. One off season can change a lot, but the way the Bucs are currently set up, they're not set up for high end success because of the draft picks. Because if you're going to be a draft pick heavy type GM, that means you got to hit. You got to hit on high end talent. You can't hit on good players or backups. And I said this, and I'm gonna say it again. The Bucs have guys playing in positions that are not suited for them. You know, or you're asking Savassi Dennis to be the LB1. He's not an LB1. He's a special teamer. LB3. You got an LB3 playing LB1. Because Lavonte David is no longer LB1. Too slow. Can't keep up. You paid Zion McCullough to be CB1. He's not a CB1. He's a CB2. He's a solid CB2, a top tier CB3. You pay Hassan Reddick to be edge 1. He's not an edge 1. He's a rotational guy. Now you got to put Yaya Diaby as your edge 1, and he's not an edge 1. Diaby is an edge 2 or a rotational edge 3. Because he don't have any moves. He's not a high-end elite pass rusher. Oh, he gets pressures. Yeah, but that will work good with the edge 1. He will work very well with the edge 1. If you put Yaya Diaby with a Max Crosby or a TJ Watt or a Will Anderson or Daniil Hunter type, you know, Jonathan Gennard, a Trey Hendrickson, a Nick Bosa, a Joey Bosa, a Khalil Mack, and Diaby was an edge 2, that would work well with that setup, you know, with the Micah Parsons. You know, that'll work well with that type of setup. But Diaby is more of an edge 2, high-end edge 3 because of the lack of speed and twitchiness. Right? He's a power rusher. And power rushers can be countered very easy because he don't have any moves. He's too tight in the hips. And I thought he was going to make a jump. At this point, Yaya Diaby is better than JTS. He's better than Logan Hall, but it's not a big gap. You know, Diaby will always probably be a power rusher. Suited for edge 2, high-end edge 3, rotational guy. And it sucks because he's a good player, but not elite. And at this point, maybe he might become elite. Who knows? But we'll see. So yeah, the Bucs don't have a CB1, LB1, a D lineman. They don't have a D lineman 1. Vita is pretty much what it is, right? Logan Hall, rotational guy, but he's starting. Greg Gaines, backup guy. Anthony Nelson, whatever, man. You know what I'm saying? He's been nicked up this season, so he hasn't been really doing much. We got Elijah Roberts and David. I don't know why people think David Walker's going to be this